Alright, Homesteader family, welcome to this edition of the Sunday Monday vlog. Welcome back to the journey. Thank you for being part of the journey. Don't forget to share the journey. So yes, I'm in my bathrobe because I'm going to go outside. I just went outside to go to the bathroom and I noticed I can now see the fire in Salida. Now, taking the roads from my place, Salida is about 37 miles away. So I would say the way a crow flies in a straight line, I'm probably about 20, maybe 25 miles away. I'm not 100% sure. But this is not the closest fire I've been to. When I was on Copper Gulch, the Royal Gorge fire was 13 or 14 miles away from me, the way a crow flies. And then I think it was 2 years ago was the Coaldale fire. And that one was about 6.5 miles. So that was close. And I had videos of that on the roof, watching the fire burn, and so I'm not worried. So don't worry about me. The fire is far away. 20 plus miles is a long way, especially up and down mountains, for it to get all the way over here. Plus I don't have a lot of trees, so I'm not too concerned either. A grass fire would just go right through, but like I said, 20 miles away, I highly doubt it's going to make it this far. So I'm going to go out real quick to show a little bit of footage because I can see the little red glowing. Of course, my camera might not pick up that well. And then we're getting to the Sunday Monday vlog, so stay tuned. Alright, Homesteader family, so I just came in from filming the 2 videos and working all day moving that stupid fence. I hate moving fences, but I do it all the time. But I have a new drug I want to talk about before I put you guys on the tripod. And I'm not talking about my comforter. I ain't talking about my sheet. I'm talking about this right here. This real soft plush. You can see the texture of it. Real soft plush heated blanket I got. It's actually a throw. It's a right there, a Perfect Fit by Serta. I got it on Walmart, and that's the remote control. And you got your power button here. That light pops on for number 1, and it goes all the way up to number 5. And it will shut off on its own after like an hour or 2 hours, something like that. So that is my new drug. Like I said, I bought it on Walmart. I talked about it the other day. But it truly is my new drug, because I come in here, I lay down after I eat lunch, or when I'm really sore. That heat gets into my muscles, relaxes my back, and it's just amazing. It puts me to sleep, knocks me out, and I am done for the day. Or at least for a few hours. So as you saw, the only 2 things I got done this week, or which is big accomplishments, is the surveying of the property. That got all accomplished, and the pig pen is slowly but surely being moved. I don't know how many feet it is, but it's probably close to 1,000 feet, or somewhere in there. I don't know. It's a lot of fence. So I've got to get that finished. I've talked to the fencing company. They will be coming out here as soon as they get their final project done. They're still working on the last person. So they're going to email me as soon as they're ready. And then they're letting me know what day I need to grab the concrete, because I don't want the concrete sitting here going bad if we have rain. We haven't had rain or anything. And as you will see in the video, the pond has gone down. It's about down. It's down, I want to say 2.5, maybe 3 feet so far. The Decker fire has been bad. You see a little bit. The camera doesn't really pick it up, but I could see the flames shooting up in the sky from the ranch. So it's little smoky over there now, but nothing like it's been. And tonight, I don't know if I'll see it again, but it was kind of neat to see the flames again. I saw the flames from the Coaldale fire when I lived on Copper Gulch. That was about 6.5 miles in a straight line. This is about 25 miles because Salida's 37 miles away, but of course you zigzag and all that, so I'm thinking 25 miles. So nowhere close, nothing for me to worry about, and it's just sad that they let these fires burn until it starts damaging property, and then they jump on it, and it's too late at that point, like the Royal Gorge. Totally destroyed the Royal Gorge. If they would have jumped on it sooner, they possibly could have saved that. Right now, I think yesterday there were 2 houses or 2 structures that went up, and there were a lot more within like a quarter mile. So tonight I'll probably look up to see if there's more or not. This upcoming week, Monday, the day you see this, of course. For those of you that don't know, I filmed this on Sunday. I show it on Monday. I've got to run to town. I've got to get a pallet of feed because the dozer is coming this week. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So I called up Thursday to pay for it because you have to pay several days in advance for such a big piece of equipment. And they had bad news for me, and they also had a little bit of good news. So the bad news is the big dozer that I was getting, the 550, the people in the oil field or whatever that had it blew the motor. So it's got to get a new motor. So they have a smaller one that comes in on Monday, and then they have to do the service stuff on Tuesday. So I can't get it Tuesday like I was supposed to, but they can get me the smaller one Wednesday around 2 to 4 in the afternoon. So it's only 12 horsepower less. It's a 78 horsepower. The one I was getting was, I think, was a 90 or 92, something like that. So it was 12, 14 horsepower less. They still think it's going to be able to do what I need it to do. The only thing is, if there's a major maintenance thing that has to be done on it, when they get in on Monday, they won't have it done by Wednesday. So that might screw everything up. So we will find out on that. But I should have the dozer in this week. Hopefully the fence company can get their project done this week and get out here sometime this week, if not next week. No snow so far. That's a good thing about being an alien. Even the high mountains don't have snow this year. Normally they get the snow in September, and then we get it into October. But of course, being an alien, I don't have my fence done, and I need the fence done, so I'm pushing the snowstorms away for now. Of course, the Decker fire is like a campfire, so it's keeping the air nice and warm. Although we have been down to 26 degrees twice now this week. Last night, I think we were at 29 or 30. Woke up to about a quarter to half-inch thick of ice on the different water troughs that I have for the Camel. And I brought Miracle and E.T. in with Cleopatra, so she's got some company. And shortly, I'll be able to get everybody into the whole 50 acres. Questions that I've had. Spots, the donkey. Why hasn't she had her baby? I don't know. I suck at these pregnancy things. I don't know why she hasn't had her baby. Belly was moving some today, so I would say it's any day, but I've said that for weeks, so I don't know. So when a baby pops, the baby will pop. Just like the piglets. I went out to do something, heard some noise, little baby piglies. Still have the 7 after Mickey got the 2 a couple weeks ago, I think it was, when I went to get the Scottish Highlanders. So the 7 are doing good. They're running around. They're going down to the creek bed. They were rolling in mud a little bit today. That was kind of fun to watch them. The girls stayed up with Petunia, and the little baby boys went down with the other male pigs, and they all went down and had a fun time slopping and rolling and having fun in the mud. Of course, my camera was playing music on my 2 boxes, and that's another thing I wanted to show you guys. These party booms. It's called a party boom. They're like $160 or $150. I didn't pay attention. I just know that when I'm working, I like to have music, and they were recommended even though they were expensive because you can hook two of them up. So I just went this past week, I picked up a second one, and you can link them. So it's 100 watt, which is, it's pretty loud, but when it's windy like it's been, it's hard to hear. So having two of them now, I can hear perfectly as I'm working on fence. So if you're looking for a good thing, it's a karaoke thing, comes with a microphone and all that stuff. Of course, I don't plan to use that. Or actually, I might. When the petting zoo's open and it's closing time, I can go on the loudspeaker and tell everybody to get off the ranch because Johnny's going to bed. But if you're looking for something that's loud for outside, of course you can turn it down. It's got lights on it, different things. I don't use all that, but it's awesome. I do Bluetooth off my phone to one speaker. The other speaker links to the second one, and my phone is Wi-Fi hotspot to my wireless router in the camper. So I make a chain going out to where I am, and it's awesome. I have music. I'm able to listen to something while I'm working instead of just silence or listening to animals, which is nice, but I like to listen to music when I'm working. It makes the day go by a lot quicker. And that's pretty much it this week. So, like I said, the dozer's coming next week. Hopefully the fencing company comes next week. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I painted the line for where I'm going to do the road all the way across the property. I already spray painted that, which I'll show once I'm in the dozer. I'll, of course, get footage of me in the dozer. But I've never ran a dozer before, so this should be a new adventure, a new journey, which is perfect for this channel because this is nothing but a big journey. And I'm going to be in a dozer for the first time. So never done it, never done a road, never ran a dozer on the side of a mountain going down. So we're going to find out how much trouble I can get myself into. But that's pretty much it for this week. So I hope everybody has a great upcoming week. Hope the last week was good. Hope everybody's preparing for winter. I know some of you out there are enjoying the 80s and 90s and 100-degree weather days, but that's just too hot for me. I like my 70 to 80 degree. No more than that. I like that low range, and that's perfect. Been cold, which is fine. I've had the heater in the camper running, and we'll see where winter leads us. So take care. I'll talk to you guys later. Alright, so I'm down here in the pig pen, and for the last 4 days after I got the survey done, I've been out here every day trying to tear this fence down, rebuild the fence so the pigs can't get out. So you can see the line there in the dirt. That's where the pig pen used to go out to. And I went ahead and moved everything over, and then there's an orange pole flag over there for the property line. So the permanent fence, well, this is permanent now. I don't plan on moving this again. I've said that before, but I don't plan to. But you can see the orange flag where this fence used to be is going to be the 6-foot permanent perimeter fence. So that way the camel, everybody can be all the way around. And then, of course, even in the pig pen, we got some beautiful, beautiful purple flowers. And they just pop up everywhere. And there goes a couple guineas walking by. They like to hop in the photos every once in a while. And I got the tractor down here. I was using that to help move stuff around so I don't have to do everything by hand. And also the hydraulic Rhino T-post driver. And then I also had the gas powered driver over here. A lot of these T-posts, even the hydraulic one for the tractor, couldn't knock these down. As you see, they're sticking up a bit above the fence, just due to the fact on how hard and how rocky this part of the area is. And then coming down here, you can see I got them in pretty well. And here's the gas-powered one on the end here. And basically what I'm going to do is, you can see the water's still running and everything out of the springs for the pigs. But this section from this corner all the way over, coming all the way around, I got this last little bit to do. I'll do that Monday afternoon when I get back from town, because I plan to get home by 12, 1 o'clock at the latest. And then here's the stakes. The stakes don't count, it's the pin. And you can see the pin's a couple inches outside of where my fence was. So I was pretty darn close on where I put the fence. But I'm going to grab these other pieces down here and just strap everything across. So that way it's closed off for the pigs, so the pigs can't get out right now. And then, like I said, I'll take everything out tomorrow. And there's a beautiful tractor that makes a lot of work possible, especially moving all these heavy fence. I just put the forks through each roll and lift the rolls and drive them over and dump them and never have to touch anything by hand. So it makes it a lot easier not having to do hard manual labor like most ranchers. And then here's big old Papa Pig over here. He was just trotting through the mud. Now he's just laying down relaxing. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in and get some food. I'm going to make a video for you guys, edit, lay down, watch some TV, get some rest, and get ready for a long week ahead. Alright, well, I just passed the survey guy, and I see down here he set up a couple of his satellite towers and everything. I was headed to go check my phone for service, but I'm going to turn around. Alright, Homesteader family, so the surveyor's here, Mark from Landmark Surveying, and we got one property line done. We're over working by my neighbors where the culvert is that I put in. It turns out I had one of the lines wrong, so not on the property of the neighbor that I was having issues with, but I'm on my other neighbor's property just a little bit. Some of the fencing I sat down, so I'm gonna swing by there today and apologize to them and find out if they want me to move the fencing right this moment, or if I can have the couple days until the fencing company gets here. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to turn the camera around, and I'm going to show you guys the marking that we've done on the one property line. And of course, I'll show you a lot more once I get done. And now I see he's down there talking with his boss, because he's not the owner of the company. Somehow the metal detector got taken out of the truck, so he had to bring it out, and I can see them now. So I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to show you. And the green poles that I thought was my property line, apparently it was professionally done. Jeff was saying he did a handheld thing, the previous owner of this 50 acres. So apparently it's spot on. Only one of them was out of place, but it was laying on the ground. so we don't know exactly where it was. But everything else is good. So I'll show you the flags. He flagged it like every 100 feet. And then I'm going to drop the truck off and then hike back up the hill over there, over to the culvert, and meet back up with him as soon as he gets done. So I'll get the camera turned around. I'll show you the flags. And then when his boss leaves, then I'll go ahead and head up. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I thought I was over a bunch on my neighbor's property with the fencing, but it's only like 8 to 12 inches, so maybe a foot at the most. So the fencing company should be here next week, hopefully. So I'm not going to move everything for the 8 to 12 inches. It's not going to be that big of an issue. I thought I had several feet over, and I'm not, and it's only one tiny corner of the pile. So everything should be good. But you can see the pigs down there. That's the fence line. My fence line is actually on the property line. Actually, property line is a couple inches outside of my fence. So I did pretty good job at guessing. You can see the flags going down all the way down into the ravine down below. And I'll show you that when I get over there. So stay tuned. Okay, so here is the corner right here. Here's the ditch down here. And then the property is going to come down and over, which I'll get to at a later time. And I'll just show you once I have everything fenced to make it easier than trying to find the flags through the dry grass. I took it upon myself to help Mark. So I'm out here. He's doing the satellite computer work. And I'm carrying the stakes and the pins. So what he's going to do here is he sits it down, and the satellite dishes you saw up the road, he configures everything in, and he can get it within a ½ inch of the property line. And that's what the code is. He has to be within ½ inch for the county or federal, whatever it goes by. So he'll sit here, you see he'll tap the point around until he gets it. And then this is the property pin with the flag. So he's going to stick this pin once he gets everything set exactly where it's supposed to be. You'll see he gets it directly into where it needs to be. He'll hammer that down, and then I'll go ahead and give him the stake. And then he gets the stakes put in, which I'll be pulling all the stakes. But the stakes make it easier to see where the line is. As you can see them on the hillside going up. And the fence company will be able to work off.